just like a.
Okay, gotcha.
For you. Yeah. Because then me, I'm just gonna right with you.
Oh, okay.
But them, they're doing the boom, 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 and then we're just. It's kind of gonna look like we're together.
Yeah.
But low key not.
Okay. Gotcha.
It'll look good. It'll read on camera somehow. Because you're gonna hear the ding, 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 ding. I think that's the last beat.
Hi, my name is Jesse Vega, and come join me as I take you behind the scenes look of the creation of the Jennifer Lopez Homage performance in Queen's Pride. I was in the process of trying to decide what do I want to do for this year. I mean, the past 2 years of me doing Queen's Pride, I promoted a lot of my original music. I've done Beat Your Face, and then I also did the remix. So I was on the fence of what I want to do for this Queen's Pride to make it amazing, outstanding, something big and empowering, something that's gonna be wow, that was amazing. And I thought of you know what, Queen's Pride hasn't seen me do Jennifer Lopez. I think I'm gonna do Jennifer Lopez and do a homage tribute to her and do a whole medley set. But this time I want to do it with dancers. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I know that it's gonna take a lot of time, energy, and dedication and determination, because doing something like Jennifer Lopez takes a lot of hours and the choreography, and I knew that I wanted to pay homage to her. So I decided to hit up one of my main choreographic directors, eyes and ears. I've been working with her for over 3 years now, Hayley Kiriazi.
Working with Jesse Vega can be a little bit stressful. That's not bad, but since me and Jesse have a very personal relationship, sometimes it can be hard to come down to that personal level and still that business perspective, because we tend to think, since we're personal with each other, that we can agree on everything, which we don't.
Don't show up on time, and the unmotivatedness is this. It don't matter. You need to get ready to start rehearsing. We not having you doodling on the floor. No pun intended. Get the fuck up and let's get this Queen's Pride together. Queen's Pride together.
And when I got the call to do the J-Lo pay homage, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous because Jesse loves J-Lo. So that's hard to be on that level where Jesse loves J-Lo so much that he expects everything to be spot on of what J-Lo does. And when we was in rehearsals, a lot of the things couldn't work with the dancers.
Now mind you, she was going through a lot of different personal issues within the time that I asked her to do the Queen's Pride 2019.
It's balanced. I like working with Jesse Vega.
It required a lot of stamina of doing a lot of different numbers after number after number, and the transitions and the blocking. It was a lot.
It's hard because when you have a production coming up and there's only about 2 weeks until the production is performed, a lot of professional events like that, you only have maybe about 3 to 4 rehearsals. So when we had those 3 to 4 rehearsals with 6 dancers, we're expecting every dancer to be there. All of them, because it's a part-time situation. It's not like it's a long-term rehearsals. So what was hard about choreographing is that when you have only 4 days, you really have to manage your time for each segment.
From the 1, 2, 3, step, 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 wait, step, 1, 2, tap, tap, then swing. Look, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, wait. 1, 2, 3, up, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
when I was doing Waiting for Tonight, I kind of wanted it to be in that vision, but also at the same time, I wanted it to be a little more sassy, a little more like giving that, still that sensuality, but giving my own flavor to it as a house dancer. When I did Ain't Your Mama, that was more of a theatrical thing. I connected with Ain't Your Mama a little more because I've been in relationships where I felt like I was playing the mama role. And then at the end, I wanted to bring that Latina flavor in it, bringing that little salsa and a little bit of the shoulders. So those were the small inspirations, still keeping that pay a homage effect because we still wanted to keep coming some of the choreography from J-Lo, but we also wanted to spice it up in our own little, my own little way, and showing my little intensities as a choreographer. And on the floor, oh my God, I loved On the Floor only because we created a nice little circle around Jesse, which really gave that, like that tribe effect of J-Lo being the queen of dance and singing. So we wanted to give that, I wanted to give that inspiration, like we're there for our queen, we're there to celebrate her, and just bringing that intensity of like, this is it.
With costumes, okay, so I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do with costumes. So I said, you know what? I always have my own vision and my own way of doing certain things, but when you're collaborating with a different artist or a different person in terms of doing a collaborative effort, you have to be open to different decisions, different mindsets, different sets of frame of ideas, and what will look good, what's the in now, what's the trend.
You know, I said, Jesse, let's go for a more cleaner look. Let's go for something that people don't go for. People don't go for the red, people go for the hot pinks. People do go for the whites and the rhinestones. Let's do a red.
Like, we was gonna originally do like a two-piece.
The fringe was really popping. It was a two-piece. We was really stuck on that. We was like, you know what, maybe we should just do it. Maybe it'll just not back order, and maybe it'll come in time. You know, the back order was still slim. It was like just there, the performance. We were gonna take a chance, but we didn't.
So we went with this fringe.
Jesse did not want red. He was like, no, I'm not going for red. We was stuck on it for a little while, but then he agreed. I said, you know, red does bring that salsa flavor out, and a lot of the productions on Pride wore a lot of those ensembles of the sheer bodysuit. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna trust you. So we did the red, we did a white sneaker. That's another thing, he was skeptical about sneakers. He was like, let's do a jazz shoe. I was like, I do not have grants and funds to do a jazz shoe. A white skippy or a white sneaker would be fine because it's not as noticeable as a black with the red. And it turned out that the white sneaker looked really nice.
And I wanted to go with the sequin jacket, just, you know, because I love sequins, I love glitter and glitz and glam and things like that. And I decided to go along with the glitter gloves, and, you know, the whole premise of it was, you know, still the J-Lo homage in terms of like focusing on choreography, but me as a male persona doing Jennifer Lopez is all about the mannerisms and the choreography. And when anybody try to nitpick or try to say, oh, well, that's not J-Lo. J-Lo's into, you're supposed to do a drag, you're supposed to be in geesh and all that other stuff and do the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't focus on that. I focus on the choreography, the mannerisms, the way she looks, the way she stands, the way she points, the way she walks on the command of stage. That is my way of paying homage to Jennifer Lopez in terms of performances. So when anybody asks me, well, how is that Jennifer Lopez? Well, look at her performances and you understand what I mean.
So you're gonna be diagonal from, okay, Ricardo. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then this. Yeah, okay. You are,
So I'm going this way.
yeah, so you
Or
should
she
be
going that
more
way.
here. Yes. And then you would do the cape on here. You do it here. Because you guys switch on. Yeah. You guys switch. Which is so you'll get it on the spot. Am I going to do it or do it? Yes, because you guys switched this one.
Where Haley? You told her to do this.
My bad. So, sorry, I was thinking about Jeimy and you and mixed y'all up. So you're here and then you're here. Because you switched with K. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay.
So we went through 4 different rehearsals. Each rehearsal was different. Some of them were like 2 hours, some of them were 3 hours. It was a lot. I mean, it wasn't not until like the last rehearsal where we knocked out everything. And even I had to add in another rehearsal because time was ticking and we was like almost like on the 3rd section. We was not even close to the last section. So, you know, special thanks to all my main dancers that pulled through and we managed to make it through the whole end. And I was like, oh my God, but it all worked out. And it was an amazing experience just going through the transitions and the blocking and the choreography from how does the dancers display one side of the stage and where does the artist go and how do they intertwine with coming into a transition or the ripple effects in El Anillo or the canon when going into Waiting for Time. I think Hayley really outdid herself in terms as a choreography director, as a choreographer, to challenge herself to work amongst not only 2 dancers but a whole production of 4 or 5 different dancers, and I think she really outdid herself and I'm really proud of her and I'm really proud of the project that we worked on because it was just amazing.
Well, at Club Evolution, this is actually our 3rd time performing for Club Evolution. And the first time I actually choreographed for just Jesse and his 2 other dancers. And that was our first time, so we really had to gain our trust and our availability as performers. So our first year was just about the experience. Our second year, we kind of had some leverage. You know, we did our first year. They really loved it. They responded very well to it. So we did it a second year, and that was the second time. That was my first time performing as well as choreographing. And we really got to give a little more of who we are as performers. So by then, we did connect more with the management team. And they did love our performance, and then they called us back for a 3rd year, which is amazing because the 3rd year they really promoted us more on their page.
You gotta perform hard or go home because there's thousands and thousands of people watching, and those type of events, especially Club Evolution main stage, there's like so many different people that it's like they sponsor it and promote it. And when I started to see that they were promoting me on the Instagram story, I was like, oh my God, people are expecting me. They know that I'm coming back this year. It's my 3rd year, so I have to really blow their minds out the park.
That means a lot of the viewers see the growth in every performer, and I think even the management team sees the growth in all the performers, which makes it more valuable for when they're promoting every year for Queen's Pride. There's a lot of people who get excited about certain performers, and that brings more revenue. People talk about it more. So I just really think that's important, and I love that experience.
And then the feedback after was just nuts. Like everybody was like, yo, you killed it, that was amazing. Special thanks to like Jennifer Lopez dance captains, Jimmy Smith and Tara Perez. Like they looked at the performance and they liked the video, and I was so happy that her team got to see that. I don't know if J-Lo did see it, but I probably she did, but you know, she's a little bit busy in terms of doing her tour, so it has been an amazing experience. This really like broke the barrier of me getting into a performance to do it with dancers, and I never thought I would do it, and it meant so much to me with Hayley to doing a performance and really sticking it through with me. Some dancers made it, some dancers didn't make it, but it was an amazing thing, and I have to thank her. She's always been there my day one, and I always say, always create a bond with your dancers in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? It's not only just business, but it's also like family at the same time. Hey, I'm Jesse Vega, and if you haven't checked out my Queen's Pride performance on YouTube, you can check it out on the link below. That is www.youtube.com/JhoVega. You can check out the Queen's Pride 2019 choreographed by Hayley K Fitness, Hayley Kiriazi, as well as me choreographed with dancers like Mio, Yamaska, K Bunny, Kaori, Nakata, Ricardo, Joseph, and of course myself and Hayley.
I just want to shout out Club Evolution for that because we had amazing support from them, which means they pay attention. So the experience is very great, especially when you're there It's like family. They're on point. They know who's performing. A lot of the performers are return performers, which means there is a commitment that they like to have with their performance, which is good. So my name is Hayley Kiriazi. You can find me on Instagram, Hayley K Fitness, HAYLEYK Fitness. You can also find me on Facebook, Hayley K Fitness, same thing. If you have any questions or any bookings that you want to come through for me, again, you can reach me at Hayley, HAYLEYK Dance Fitness at gmail.com.
Thank you so much, Club Evolution. Thank you so much, Queen's Pride, and everybody who was out there in the audience watching the Club Evolution performance of the J-Lo Homage Tribute, and all the J-Lo fans. There's going to be more to come, and I love you guys, and thank you so much, and watch. More stuff is coming along the way.
Bye, guys.